Hey everyone. Today we're going to go over how to share your estimate. You can share your estimate as an email, copy it to a public link to share it as a text message or in another email, print it, or save it as a PDF. Either way, when you're sharing an estimate, you are going to want to go to the Opportunities and then the Estimate tab. And from there, you'll click on the Preview and Share. Now, as long as your estimate is published like this one is, you'll have a Share Estimate link right here. If your estimate isn't published, this share estimate will actually say publish instead of share estimate. As always, you can set your client visibility settings to see exactly what information you're choosing to share with your client before you go ahead and do that. So I would definitely play around with these settings depending on how you like to share that information and see what works best for you. To share the estimate, the first option is going to be to email it. Now, this is going to pull the option or the to information from the client that has been added to the opportunity. So I don't have a client currently added to my opportunity, which is perfectly fine. If I wanted to do that, I could just really quickly and easily go back and do that. So I can exit out of here, go to my details, add another client, select somebody from my people or add them. And we're going to choose one of my other clients that I like to use. And now when I go to my estimate, I click on preview and share, I click on my share estimate and email, it's going to pop up with that client's email right there. So the client information does either have to have an email, or if you just don't add a client, nothing will pop up in this to right here. Your clients will have the ability to reply to your estimate, but that reply will go to your actual email and not through BuildBook. Clients aren't able to access opportunities or anything like that. So the only time that they'll be able to respond for that estimate is by replying back to you, and that's going to go to your personal or work email. If you want to, you can always add yourself as a CC to that email. This is really nice if you just want to take a quick peek at what the estimate might look like. Additionally, you can always CC yourself just to make sure that the estimate is actually getting sent out. So if you feel like there's maybe some delivery errors or something like that, you can always CC yourself to make sure that you get that estimate. Next, you'll have a subject and then finally a message. You can customize both of these options so that if you'd like, you can say something a little bit different than the message that we already have populated. Once you're ready, you just click on send email. And when you do that, that client is going to get an email about this. One of the things I like most about our estimates is that when you send out those emails, they do appear down here in the activity feed. So I can refresh my screen really quickly. And you'll see down here on the activity that I emailed version 2 out to this particular person. Now from the client side, this is what the estimate is going to look like. They're going to get an email from you, and they can click on that email to view your message and the estimate. Your email is going to already be seeded with your company logo, and that's the information that comes from the company settings that you put in. Additionally, you'll see this message right here, and then they'll have the chance to view estimate right there. We can click on view estimate. And then in the top right corner, they'll have a decline or an accept estimate. And in the top left corner, they'll have the ability to download their estimate. Additionally, they'll see any of the objects that you allowed them to see that you didn't toggle off. So I didn't toggle off any of mine, which they'll see scope of work. They'll see the entire project estimate broken out just like how I had it in my client view. They'll see the contract. Any attachments that you've added will be a downloadable link for them, so they won't get to see a preview of it, but they can download it. And then when they're ready, they can get started by accepting the estimate. So all they have to do is click on accept estimate. And this is where they'll be able to sign for that estimate. So then they can put in their name, their email, a note if they wanted to, and then their signature right here. Once a client approves an estimate, you'll actually get an email about that. The reason why we ask them to put their email here is because we're actually going to email them a signed copy of this as well. And then we can accept the estimate. And additionally, they can also download their approved estimate as well. And they'll also see something in the top corner right here that says that this is approved. Now, once they're done with that, like I said, the owner of the estimate will get an approval email to them. And additionally, they'll have a little badge icon that pops up here after a little bit of time, usually about 5 minutes, that lets you know that your estimate is now approved. If you wanted to, you could also check out the estimate yourself. You'll get a little thing right here that says that the estimate is approved. And then if you want to, you convert that to a project, and all of that information that's currently in the estimate body will be transferred over into the budget items on the project. Oops. The other additional options to share your estimate are going to be copy a LinkedIn estimate. This is going to really quickly allow you to copy a link to your clipboard, and then you can either put that link in your URL, or you can text it out in an email, in a text message, whatever you'd like. Anybody who has this particular link will be able to see that approved by, and if the estimate wasn't approved, they would be able to approve it from this link as well. Finally, you'll have some other options, which is print or download a signed PDF. So this allows you to download the PDF that was signed for you. And we do recommend you do this quite often, as if you don't and you create a new version of this estimate, you will not be able to retrieve that signed PDF. And those are the different options to share your estimate. But as always, if you need any help or get stuck, need any guidance, click on this question mark help icon, and one of our team members can jump in with you to work on this with you. Happy building.